everyone, welcome back to another episode of Friends from Work. I'm Tom, this is Sean, and on today's episode, we are going to be reviewing Netflix's original series, That 90s Show, which is obviously a spinoff from the original series, That 70s Show. But there was a series called That 80s Show, by the way.
I was alive then, so
I didn't know about that. I found that out.
I think it only had one season.
Yeah, I heard it was trash. It was garbage.
Yeah.
But before we do
spoilers.
Spoilers. But before we do that, do us a favor, leave a like and subscribe right now. Comment down below throughout the episode. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Links are on the screen and down below. Other than that, let's get right into it. My initial thoughts before watching the show, I was like, oh, here we go, cash grab. It's not going to be good. I'm not going to be entertained. It's going to be really corny, kind of like we talked about this off screen, Fuller House situation. I thought it was going to be like that. Even
like Boy Meets Girl, same thing.
Yeah, that one too. Or was it Girl Meets World? The Girl Meets World.
Well, there was the spin-off of
Boy Meets World. Yeah. But I was surprised. I was a lot more entertained than I thought I was going to be.
I thought it was good. I thought they
stuck true.
Yeah, stuck true. I thought it was just like a continuation of that, and Red and Kitty basically being the foundations of the show really helped like smooth that transition. Mm-hmm. But I think it was just like really just the same show with a different set of kids.
Yeah.
And like a sort of a different set of problems. Like, not won't say problems, but just different stuff going on in the 90s as compared to the 70s. But I, like Tom, I would say I wouldn't say I thought it was a cash grab, but I was like, I was really skeptical that they were going to ruin a classic.
Yeah.
Like Boy Meets World and Fuller House and all those were like corny.
Yeah.
And like family shows. So it's like you know what I mean? It wouldn't be. You couldn't really.
Worlds wasn't that bad though.
No, I wouldn't say those are bad either. I'm just saying like those were like wholesome shows, so like you couldn't ruin them by being more corny. Like they were always corny. Like Full House was corny. It was the two twins.
Fuller House became like really raunchy and weird.
Did it? I don't know.
The first season was fine. Second season got really weird.
My wife watched it, but I didn't watch that. But I thought this one was like the thing that made that 70s show so popular, especially this time, was like it was really like. They didn't cut corners on like teenage problems.
Yeah, they did really good with that.
Yeah, like we're like they didn't like pretend like teenagers aren't doing the same shit adults are doing.
Yeah.
And I think they did a great job of doing that. I thought it was going to be kind of whack and they were going to shy away from stuff like that.
Yeah, I thought it was going to
be. But they didn't,
thing.
and I thought in this environment, especially with the girl being the main character, that they were really going to shy away from it. And I thought they kind of leaned into it. I thought it was good. Yeah,
I was really surprised. They similar, pretty much the same thing Sean said. Like they kept the original nature of the show. Obviously, it's set in a different era. Like the problems they had, like the whole kissing, and the coming out thing. I thought that was pretty natural.
Yeah.
That didn't feel like a forced agenda.
No.
It felt like that's a thing that actually happens. I'm trying to think. The whole like dating dynamic, and then at the end,
the touching.
Yeah, that
she's
whole
like, "Well,
thing.
where do I put my
what
hands?"
Do I do?
Yeah,
what do I do with my hands?
That shit was fun. That was really funny.
Yeah.
I thought it. I found myself like I wrote this down. I thought the writing was really funny and witty and sarcastic, and I thought they hit like I don't remember ever like rolling my eyes like this is whack.
First episode, that's how I felt. I think the first episode was
well, kind of, but I thought Eric, but that's always how it like. I felt like there was no way they were gonna do like have Eric and Red and not do like I'm gonna put my foot in your ass.
No, I liked seeing all the cameos. What I didn't like was Nate. Nate grew on me. Nate was the chunkier kid. He had this. I think they fixed
Kelso.
No, it was
I know he wasn't a Kelso, but he was their like.
Yeah,
that too. Like they tried to keep the dynamic. It was weird. I wrote it down of what they have. Leah, who was Eric. Well, she was basically Eric.
Yeah, Leah was Eric. Jay was Kelso Part 1.
Yeah, Donna / Kelso. It's funny. I swear to God, I have Kelso 1 on here on my list because Jay and Nate are both Kelso.
Yeah.
They didn't. I guess they didn't have a. They don't have a Donna. Like Jay is what Don. Like Jay is Donna. Or
would Jay be more Hyde?
No, Hyde
Kelso.
is the girl. Is Gwen? She's got the fro.
Yeah,
she's a feminist, and she's Hyde. Eric and Hyde and Eric are best friends. They're like the best friends of the group, and they have two Kelsos. But Kelso would technically be Donna of the group.
Yeah.
But Donna like didn't have a personality like that. But a bit, like they have just two Kelsos.
Yeah.
Like Nate and Jay are like best friends, and they're just like two Kelsos. And like I said, Gwen was the black chick. Fro, she was Hyde. Nikki, she wasn't dumb like Jackie, but she's like the sassy Nate's
Jackie.
Girlfriend. She's the Jackie of the group, and then obviously Ozzy, the little 8 gauge, and Kid is Fez. Like, but yeah, they kind of tried to stick with those. I guess they didn't have really anything to do with Donna. Like, they couldn't make Jay like Don. I don't know. Like, I guess it's funny how
You
it
mean
was.
Leah?
Or no, like Jay is like Jay or Leah's Eric, so Jay would be Donna.
Yeah, okay.
So like
okay.
that's what I mean in that sense. So like, but I think Leah is just like Eric and Donna mixed, and they just have two Kelsos, and they don't have a Donna.
It's their daughter.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just saying like how she kind of acts. I think she more acts like Eric than anything. Like she's just weird. But I thought like Eric, it worked. Like. Well, like she's like your least favorite character, but like
She's
her
so
being a weirdo like really moves them, like like really like gives them all something to make fun of her about. But yeah, I really liked it. It kind of sucked that Eric was only in what, like 5 minutes.
Yeah, so yeah, I did want to dive into that. So basically, what it was, and these are just rumors and speculations. If I'm not mistaken, correct me in the comments, and correct me if I am wrong too, if you heard something about this. But I remember when the show was over, he said he didn't want to be on anymore because he didn't like a lot of people that he worked with there or something like that.
I know they didn't like him, or like he wasn't like the group, the whole cast besides him were like a family type of thing.
Okay.
Like that's why they all like even after they're done been doing shit together every now and then. They're like in each other's shit except for him for whatever reason. But I remember that when I was young, that for some reason they ain't like Eric. Like
and
not that like he was rude to any of them. They like had just like he didn't like hang out with them. Like they were like a friend group, but he wasn't a part of it.
He but Topher Grace is his name. He hangs out with Red.
In real?
Oh, yeah, okay. In real life, he always like they go to dinners and stuff like that, or like, catch up every now and then, stuff like that. So it was interesting. But yeah, so that was the reason he wasn't in the show like that, because there were some parts where I was like, why isn't he picking up Leah with Donna? Excuse me, guys. No, okay.
They can only probably get him on set for one day.
Yeah, true.
Probably same with like Ashton Kutcher. I mean, they're just like two big time.
But I also feel like with Ashton and Mila, I feel like they're like good people. So I feel like they just were like, I'm so excited to come
I think that
that's more so for them.
I do think the directors are like, we're going to see if the show can stand on its own. We're not going to use you guys too much to like drag. We'll never know if the show's good if we keep using Kelso and Jackie and you know what I mean. That Fez was in it a couple times, but I was worried that when they showed him, and it was like in the first episode. Yeah. I was like, man, he's gonna be in every fucking episode, and he wasn't. I think he was only in like two or three. Yeah, and he really didn't jump into it, and I really liked that they let the like how that 70s show was like the kids and their problems was the show, and that's what it was about. And I thought I wouldn't like it. I usually hate when they're like turn a boy show. I won't say it's a boy show, but a show about a boy.
The main character was a boy,
and they make it a girl, and even like, and it's supposed to be like girl power, blah blah. But it worked. I thought it was good. I was really entertained the whole time, and like I said, I wasn't bored at all. I didn't find myself like rolling my eyes like this is whack or anything like that. I thought Red and Kitty carried it like carried it real good, and like I said, I wasn't annoyed by the main character at all. As much more so than I was Eric.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, the biggest fear was for like that they were gonna go off pure nostalgia. What was the show we just talked about that was going off pure nostalgia? Or was it a show or a movie? What was a remake that came out recently? Shit, we just talked about it too. Oh, Christmas Story. It was something like that.
It was Santa Claus.
Santa Clauses, yeah, that was fucking dog shit. But yeah, I thought it was gonna be like that.
I was worried about that too.
Fear. Yeah. But they were like, no, they could have easily casted Fez, and they probably could have talked to Ashton Kutcher, pay him a lot of money. He's already doing the ranch. So they could have worked out something.
I don't know about Ashton Kutcher and Mila would have been expensive, but they are good people. So I mean, they could have just got him in more episodes. It didn't even have to be the whole thing. They were only in.
They could have done that 70 show part 2.
Final scene of the first episode.
2 minutes.
Yeah, like I said, they were in 2 minutes of it. I'm sure they could have figured something out to get him in. Like I said, they could have just. I'm assuming like all of Donna's scenes, they probably shot them all in 2 days. Like and just got them out of the way. And they could have did something like that and just sprinkled them over.
Yeah.
But that was the one thing I was like I wish that they were in it a little bit more. Seeing just because it was like Kelso's son.
But I think what it is, though, I think for this first season, it was really important for them not to be in it.
Do that.
So they can establish their character. So I'm pretty sure next season we'll see Kelso and Jackie. Like,
did they say there was going to be another season? I mean, I guess there
I would assume so.
I mean, to get into it, they kind of set it up. I thought.
Just every summer.
I honestly thought the finale was like she wasn't going to leave because.
I thought so too, but I'm glad
because
it was a good plot.
Kitty got the job at the school. And then something else happened. I forgot. That made me just give me the vibes like she was gonna be staying. I forgot. I'll think of it.
The whole dating triangle with Nate.
Yeah, I was just like, it just felt like they were like, after all that happened, Donna was gonna be like, Eric's sick. You can't come back.
Yeah.
I'm assuming something like that's gonna happen if they get good reviews.
Well, yeah, they
The end of the second season will be like Christmas break, and then she'll stay after Christmas break or something.
Or they can do winter break, or if they want to, Donna and Eric got divorced. Something that I don't know.
I guess that'd be cool.
So
I guess if they're only gonna do 10 episodes, they could do winter break.
Yeah, winter break, like summer break.
Yeah, in the '90s, winter break was like a month. I remember like now it's like 2 weeks. When I was a kid, we like got out like
a kid.
Yeah, we got out like the 12th, and we'd be back like January 7th or something.
Yeah, that stopped for me in high school, but prior to that,
we'd be gone for like 20 days or some shit. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll definitely be tuned in for season 2, but I really enjoyed.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, they let the kids stand on their own though.
Yeah.
It was like I liked all the characters. They were funny. It was like they did a lot of callbacks.
Fenton.
Fenton, yeah, he was fucking the Fenton thing.
It took me a minute. I was like, "Fuck, where is?" I was like, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, Fenton. Yeah, he's Fenton. Obviously, all the foot and ass jokes. Yeah. Obviously, one of them was funny. He's like, Jay was like, Red, he's like, yeah, if you're having problems, you should probably look inward. He's like, my foot's about to look inward.
Yeah.
Your ass.
And then Kitty's like, you set him up for that. Kitty and Red were, I think they were funny. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like, maybe it's been a while since I've seen that 70s show, but Kitty and Red were so funny. I wrote this down too.
When they get kind of lost in transition because I think the other actors were a little better than these guys.
Yeah.
But Red and Kitty kind of always carried the show. Like they were always like funny. Basically what they were doing now, but like I said, a little more behind the scenes because they weren't the main. Like now they're like the stars of the show. Everybody, you know what I mean, are kind of coming to watch them. But they always kind of carried the show. Kitty was always funny and making like weird jokes. Yeah, even a little more. We're like. She's like, honey, you wouldn't even know what to do with me.
Yeah, that shit was so funny. And then Nate is like, again, I'm taking man. And she's like, oh, my loss.
Yeah,
like,
I was glad they didn't change it. I was worried it had been 20 years and they were going to go PC on us.
Yeah. They
kept
was glad. The family raunchiness.
Yeah, Red was still mean as hell to the kids. Like, like I said, I was worried that they were going to get woke on us and PC and Red was going to be some reformed old man and he was just going to be nice, but he was always just a dick to the kids.
Yeah.
And even Kitty was sometimes, and she was crazy. And, like, they did the birthday episode again.
That was so funny.
The smoke circles were funny. That was something I kind of thought they might fuck up. And especially this time, too, because now, like, they kept mentioning, like, in that 70s show, they never said they were 15 so many times. And, like, the actors looked so much older that we didn't think about.
This dude seriously fucking pulling up.
Sorry
about the interruption, guys. We had someone interrupt our shot.
What was I saying?
Kurt. Oh, isn't it Kurt?
Kitty and Red were still being mean. Like I said, I was worried there's gonna be.
They're gonna go too PC,
too woke and too PC, and Red was gonna be some reformed old man. Was nice old kid, but no, it wasn't like that. Kitty was like still her like pushy, neurotic self, where like she like would be your best friend, but she'd tell your business. Like, you know what I mean? She was just all over the place, and you know what I mean? And they still had like the new Fez was the gay Asian kid, but like him and Kitty had their thing, kind of like how Fez and Kitty always had their thing. Same with the girl Hyde and Jackie. They had an episode where like, were we friends? We were like, it was just they did the same thing in that 70s show where like the one day they ended up hanging out and they're like, no, we'll never tell anybody we're friends. Like, like I said, a lot of the stuff were like, I thought usually to be corny. I thought they were some good callbacks.
Do you know if it was the original writers or directors?
No, I don't know about that.
I don't know either. I should have looked because they did such a good job with staying true to the original material.
It felt like I said, it's weird. It felt kind of like a reboot where they were like just trying to remake the whole thing, but I really liked it. Like I said, Nate was funny. The Kelso, like the actual Kelso was funny. The gay Asian kid's little storyline was really funny as well.
Only thing I didn't like, I think, two things. Number one was Nate in episode 1. He did warm up to me though, because he was doing this weird thing. He was like, "Oh, what's up, guys?" Like his voice was really like everywhere. It was bothering me a lot. And then he also was acting like too dumb in episode 1 for me. Then I feel like they adjusted it because they always shoot a pilot first. And then it's like
pilots first. Yeah.
And then it's like months in between them before they start going. But Also, I don't like the intro. The intro's so garbage.
No, I wrote that. I thought it was kind of, I don't know. I don't know why they shouldn't use the same old one.
It was a regular song. It wasn't like the person singing. They could have done that same where they shot how they did. It's different.
Yeah, and then played the same music.
Yeah.
I liked how they did the cut scenes. They made they still had those where it's like the kid, when they go from scene to scene, it's just like one of the kids like dancing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like they still did that. They did the Eric having little imaginations in his head and bringing it to life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was just a really, really good remake. They nailed it.
Brian Austin Green. He cameoed.
Who's Brian Austin Green?
It was in that 90210.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was at first. I was like, "What the fuck?" And then it was She was imagining him being there.
I actually never watched the show, so I assumed he was an actual character.
Yes, he was. I didn't really. I know of him. I didn't really
right.
I know he's one of the characters, but I didn't really watch it either.
That was cool. I mean, if I was a fan of it or grew up in that era, I was like, "Oh, that's funny." That's why I wrote it down. I was like, I couldn't relate to it at all, but I put 2 and 2 together. So it was a cool little cameo they had there. I was really surprised. I actually do have some questions. Do you think they can do this long term if they keep it consistent?
Well, I think they can. The way they set it up, like I said, I guess they just do it every summer. I think that would work. I really thought they were setting up for whatever. Like I said, it'll come to me maybe, or just something. Like I said, I know for a fact Kitty being a teacher, and I just thought something else was going to happen where she was going to end up staying for whatever reason. They were going to make up something. They could do what?
Winter break, spring break, and summer.
Yeah, let's just say winter break, and then summer, and then I don't know, maybe in season 3 she'll end up staying. Oh, you know what I mean? We're going on a
transfer. School transfer.
Eric goes on a mission in the show. Maybe they'll do that, or I don't know. But yeah, I think they can. I think this was funny, and I would. If they keep it like this, then I will definitely watch.
I think season 2 will be really good.
Yeah, I'm guessing season 2 is gonna be more than 10 episodes too.
Oh, that's what I wrote down. I was like, I feel like if they
knew how good, I don't know, maybe
they should really keep.
I just think it was
maybe 12.
Maybe to just keep it at that. You think so? Don't stretch it.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. It's not like that 70 show where like it was coming out on a week-to-week basis. And, you know what I mean? If they could just put out another. And
I don't want them to get carried away because I feel like the quality will get stretched out. That's my concern.
Other one did. The other one was fucking 20 episodes a season for 10
different
seasons.
Though. It's like this is, I don't know. That's my concern. I mean, we've seen shows that get stretched out. Fucking Flash. Obviously, it's very different shows, but
I just think this is one of those shows where like your filler can be good filler. Like your filler is gonna be like.
I kept going back and forth. Like they can do 20 because it's just day-to-day teenage situation. It's not,
and they kept true to the formula. One other thing I was saying, they do the formula where it was like each episode, 2 random members from the group were going off on an adventure.
The hot tub episode.
Yeah, hot tub. The other one was a country club. There's one where Fez and Nate are doing something. I forgot what they're doing. They think his girl's cheating on him. Like, I mean, there was just a bunch of weird ones where they were
not Fez, Ozzy.
Yeah, not Fez. But
that was funny.
Gay Asian Fez.
He was so funny. Yeah, he's like, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So yeah,
he also liked popsicles. No homo. I'm not. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to say it like that, but he was eating popsicles a lot, like Fez did. Like Fez and that 70 show always loved popsicles. He was when they're in the basement. He was always eating one, and so was the Asian kid.
Ozzy.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll ask one more question, then we can get into ratings. Was your least? We're not gonna count Red and Kitty because that'd be too easy. Who is your least favorite character, and who is your most favorite out of the new kids? We got Leah, Jay, Ozzy, Nikki, Nate, Gwen.
I'd probably say Gwen was my least favorite.
Okay.
And then
how come?
I don't know. I just feel like they didn't give her anything. Yeah, they didn't really give her like. She was just like, I'm your best friend. Like the first one, like Hyde was like trying to get with Donna the whole time.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And like his family was all fucked up and he ended up moving in with them and like she like didn't get any of that. It was like one little sad thing, I guess. So just in that vein, I like Nikki. I thought she was cool and I liked all the other characters. I'd probably say my favorite right now, just one of them, probably Leah. And I like I said, I didn't find myself like I thought she would kind of be more like Eric, where like you just don't like her at all, or like she's your least favorite. But I thought she was funny and quirky. And as of right now, before everyone's developed, she's like carrying the plot, and she's the one that's having to be funny all the time. And I thought she did a good job of being like an awkward girl.
Yeah.
And I think that's really hard to play where you're making everybody laugh, not just girls. And I thought she did a really good job.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a solid choice there. I'd say for me, my favorite would probably have to be Ozzy. His sassiness is just so funny. I love sarcastic characters. They're always the best in my opinion. It's like Schitt's Creek. We always love a sassy gay man. They know how to do it right. My least favorite though, I was going to say Nate, but he grew on me throughout the series or throughout the season. I think I'll have to go Nikki. Right? I mean, they didn't see much of her.
Yeah, they didn't really do much of her either.
Yeah, so it kind of sense they didn't develop her much. They really focused on the love triangle.
It wasn't even a love triangle until like the last 4 minutes of the show. They're like, all right, I love you too. Or I was like, what the hell is happening right now? I was so confused.
That's like a real teenage thing too. Like,
but I guess, like I said, in the first season, it was Hyde,
Eric,
and Donna. Yeah.
So it's a little reverse.
But like Donna really wasn't feeling Hyde like that. Hyde was just trying to get her.
Yeah.
And they were best friends. So.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, my final thoughts. I'll say, I was pleasantly surprised. They stuck true to the original nature of the show, and I'm very excited to see season 2. I think it'll do really good. I think they're gonna knock out some of the little bumps they had in this first season, like every show does, and I think we're gonna see a finer, better palette version of the show they're making now. What about you?
I would say some along the same lines. I was pleasantly surprised. Like I said, the writing was really good. It was funny. Again, I know it's hard to do a show about girl problems because, like I said, boy problems are just different. Like you're gonna die, you know what I mean, getting arrested. It's just shit like that.
Yeah.
But it was funny. Leah was funny. Red and Kitty killed it. They came back. I think they really needed them.
They haven't aged at all. Like,
to stabilize the show. Red was Red. Kitty was still Kitty. Bob was funny when he came back.
That was funny.
They kept all those same relationships they had, and like I said, I'm really definitely looking forward to season 2. And like I said, I'm intrigued to see if it'll be like a winter break thing, or she'll end up having to move there because something happened.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. Whatever happens for the next season,
they could do either or.
They'll make up. Yeah, like I said, they're gonna make up a reason for her to stay there the whole time. I don't think long term doing summer breaks is gonna work for the show.
I agree. Yeah, that's fair. If they drop it once a year, they can go with that flow. It wouldn't be a big deal. I mean, that's every show.
Especially because she already said, or like he ended it where like Gwen isn't popular. None of them are like. So, like, the school doesn't matter for them. If she showed up, then it might change, like, the dynamic where, like, they would now show them going to school and stuff like that. So
it's a possibility. We'll see. We'll see how they plan for season 2. What would you rate this first season?
I would have given it an 8.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was really good. I would give it an 8 just on a scale of good. As it goes to, like, a reboot or a remake, I'd give it, like, a 9.5 or a 10 or so. I think they stayed true to the original show. They didn't ruin it for the traditional fans. I thought they paid homage in great places. They they got Red and Kitty to come back, and like I said, as it pertains to it being a remake, it's one of the best ones I would say as what was it, a continuation, not a remake, a sequel
sequel.
But yeah, like spin-off sequel, and I think they nailed it, and I'm like I said, I don't think anybody's gonna not like this.
Yeah, I would say I'll change it. I'll say 6.5, mainly because I hate laugh tracks. They always have laugh tracks. It's a personal thing. I just have to.
I would give it a pass on that laugh track because like it's that 70s show and then that 90s show, so laugh tracks were a part of that era.
Yeah, I agree. I just also I will still not ever give it a pass. I just hate laugh tracks. They bother me. But yeah, they did right with the nostalgia in the sense of like, all right, we're just gonna do it all in one episode, kind of, for a few minutes, and that was that. We're gonna focus on our main characters. That's what we care about, and they showed that and they developed it really well. And I'm intrigued to see season 2. Hopefully they change that intro song. That'd be really nice. Keep the cinematic. Just change the audio. Put the original song in there. There's no point in not doing that. But those are my two only things: the laugh tracks and the shitty intro. Other than that, do you have anything else to say?
No.
Alrighty, that is this episode, guys. A little quick one for you guys. I hope you guys do enjoy. Do us a favor, though, before we head out, leave a like and subscribe down below. Comment what you thought of a 90s show, and if you actually watched it, watch that 70s show, and how it compares and contrasts to his original versus the spinoff. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Links are on the screen and down below. Other than that, I'm Tom. This is Sean, and we'll see you guys next episode. Take care.